vicinity since she went to this supermarket, or she was just one of these people who drive through on the freeway, drive through the next to the next city, people who do not stay long in this town, who just wanna pass through it, see the boredom, see the mundane life of everyone, and just wanna get done with it, head to the next town. Maybe she was one of them. Maybe I only saw her once and then never again. I was devastated. I thought to myself, I missed a great opportunity. I thought to myself, this was probably the chance in 1,000 years, the chance in 100, the chance which no one has, and I would have had it at this very moment, but I did not know what to say to her. Maybe if I only had said something, but what? Still, then I didn't know how I would talk to her, what I would say to her when she would stand in front of me. What would my response be? What could I say to her? Maybe you are beautiful. But she probably heard it many times. She knew, of course, that she was beautiful, that she was exceptional, that she had this perfect smile, these gleaming eyes, this fragile touch which somehow tried to convey you, do not hurt me, and her eyes which seemed to be some sort of sadness mixed with indifference, mixed with apathy, like she had given up maybe on hope, given up on someone who could save her, who could free her from a boring life, from an ordinary life. Maybe she felt it too, that her beauty and that what she is, her deep feeling, that the passion she keeps locked in her heart, that this is special, and that she's supposed to meet someone special with whom she can share her love, her passion, to whom she can bestow this desire, these beautiful lips, this never-ending craving, and this never satisfied deep passion. Maybe she thought that too. At least I hoped. Back then, I deeply hoped that she had been waiting for someone special. I deeply hoped that she was not one of these people who has given up dreaming. This is how I thought about all these people around me, people who had just given up, people who just followed the empty footsteps of their predecessors, people who thought that life supposed to be in that way because they haven't seen it differently. They have no knowledge about life beyond these borders, beyond these walls, somewhere in a world outside there, filled with adventure, filled with passion, with fear, with fights, with everything one can imagine. The stories of heroes, the laws everyone talks about, this thrill, this excitement, and you don't fear anything. Why would you fear anything? Because you become immortal. The world after you remembers you. How couldn't anyone demand something like that? How could anyone just want to live a normal life? How could everyone just live and follow ordinary circles, paths their ancestors already followed, because of the simple reason they did not know it different, because they have not seen what life can be, what opportunities life can have, and that's why they chose to be this way, live from day to day their mundane lives. I had nothing than detest for these people, disdain. I didn't want it to end like this, like my parents. Watch and stare at each other mutely, like your world wouldn't know anything, like your world has stopped moving and you pretend everything would be fine, and you talk about the weather, you talk about how things would be, what you want to do in the future, but you know, of course, nothing is going to change, nothing at all. It will always stay the same. And maybe you are robbed of your fear of moving out, fear to seek adventure beyond these borders, beyond the line you draw yourself to feel comfortable, the line which helps you to wake up every day and every morning in relief, because you think you don't have to prove yourself to the world. You don't have to prove anything. You have everything in your life, and you sit down and you count what you have accomplished, like you would count your blessing. You imagine that the world outside would be worse, would be dangerous, and that you would probably never succeed, that you would become a disappointment to everyone, because you dreamed high, because you wanted more than you would ever think about, what never would think about. You fear that you could be ridiculed by all these people who have never dreamed, who never wanted to accomplish anything, just stay the same day and night. And that's why they feel deep relief for every inch of this line, of this border which protects them from the adventure outside, which gives them a deep mind relief, so that they can live in their little boxes, never having to worry a day of their life. And what are these people? They get distressed. They worry about minor things, about things people do not care about minor issues they think is so important that they have to fight for it, that they have to strive for it. And where is love? Where is love for your life, for all your being, for your future? How can these people love themselves? This is how I thought of them. And I never wanted to end like this, end like my parents, having inhabited a home, a place, but never really lived in it, just lived through it, past time. This was the most hideous imagination I could think about. And I thought to myself, right there, was Rosa. She was the relief. She was maybe my savior. She was probably the thought of love, something I had never thought about. This relief, this escape, which could help me to escape these walls, this line which has become over the year almost unbearable, unmatchable. This wall I thought I could not overcome anymore, because it would reach high up into the sky, unreachable with your hands, with your bare hands, with a ladder. This wall which could bar anything from escaping, as well as which would not give you a glimpse to the outside world. This line which I followed so desperately because of fear, because maybe I feared the world outside. I didn't know. But then Rosa, she was different. She was magnificent. She was the relief. And I wanted to keep her. I wanted to hold her. I wanted to run after her and just say to her, take me with you. Take me, lead me, usher me outside of these walls, of this prison. I wanted to break free. I went home, and this big house, which I always feared because I could not fill all these rooms with life, because all my plans were so ridiculous, just a hero with action figures. And I thought to myself, I dreamed about Superman. I dreamed to be Superman. I dreamed to be Clark Kent, but I never thought about love. What could drive these people? What could drive Superman? The love to Lois Lane, what he wanted to so desperately, to be acknowledged, to be recognized, to be this one hero whose deeds are not mentioned, are mentioned, but not by anyone, but by the woman he loves, and to whom he looks at. And she knows that he saved the world, and she's thankful of it, but not thankful like an ordinary man, like an ordinary human being. No, she has a special bond. She has a special connection. This beauty, this unfathomable beauty, just stares at me. Just says to herself, I love him. This is my man. And everyone wants this. Everyone wants to be a hero. But I thought to myself, I never thought about it. I always thought about the deed. I always thought about what could I accomplish. I thought about the distance. I thought about that superheroes would live alone, away from society, would not have luck, would not have anything in their life. And I said to myself, it is fine. It is fine because this is what superheroes do. It is okay. But where is love? I did not think about it. And now here I was struck with it, with beautiful lips, with beautiful dark eyes which have captured me, which have conquered me. And now here I am about one feeling I never thought about this deep desire I never cared about. All these years I lived in apathy. All these years I did not think once about love, about deep care. No, I only thought about people who would stare at each other mutely, who would not have anything to be joyous about. I only saw how joy evaporated from every inch of one's face, and it would not even leave back a smile, no, just indifference. This is what I saw about love, indifference, not caring for each other, and silence, ear-deafening silence. This was the love I saw, and now with her, with Rosa, there grew a passion I could not fathom. It grew in my deep inside. I wanted more of this. I became intoxicated by her. I wanted to kiss those lips. I wanted to bury my hands in these beautiful eyes. I want to kiss her over her entire face. I wanted to kiss this body, every inch of it. I want these hands to hold me, to put these hands on my cheek. I wanted to stare at her, stare in these beautiful eyes. And I wanted to say her, I understood now. I understood what is important in life, what we need to seek. I understood that all these goals was just one-sided. That being a hero means to go on love adventure as well, to save oneself. I understood that a hero needs to be loved, needs to save himself, needs to be needed and cared for. I understood even a hero, even he might be someone with super powers, someone who thinks that he can do alone, someone who walked alone because he had not anyone with him he had not anybody who could accompany